Welcome diecast fans, I'm Tom Spanners Watson.
And I'm Frank the Geary Gibbs.
And welcome to semi-final number 2 for NASCAR the Rookie Rumble.
Now at last week's race, there were only 3 drivers that qualified, so we asked our members what we should do. Do we make up the numbers, or is it only people that genuinely qualify? And their decision was to not worry about making up the numbers to 8, just leave it as those who can actually make it all the way.
So you'll see on screen now the drivers that are in this semi-final number 2, and in the top left corner is the number of points they had coming into this round. They were just used to determine their start positions on the grid, but it also gives you a bit of an idea of where these people qualified.
RB and Blackfish there battled very hard to get to this spot. They had to go to a race-off just to make it through to this round.
Now, last week was utter carnage with only 3 drivers making it to the end of the race. Is this week going to be any better?
Well, you wouldn't think they could do much worse. That was just atrocious last week.
The rookies are out of the gate. Kira Piz leading out. Summer Heat next to her in the outside lane. Kira comes out with the lead. Dave Smith right on her tail. Summer Heat trying to get through. Dave Smith goes over. Kira Piz with a clean run down. Oh, she starts to spin. Summer Heat almost catches up. There goes Burn Rubber. That looks like Bringer of Death, Barbed Wire, RB, and we're missing a couple. Oh, there's Blackfish parked up under the bridge.
Not an ideal start for him, especially after he had to battle to get here. Oh no, but there's Dave Smith off the track. That means his racing is done.
I saw him roll over, but how the heck did he get off the track?
Well, let's have a look at the Jim's Rooms replay. Dave Smith going sideways there. Oh, even Blackfish getting out on the sidewall. But Dave Smith rolls up, he's running along the sidewall, and then that's Summer Heat there, just giving him a nudge off the side of the track.
Blackfish, very risky there. Manages to pull it back in, but then somehow ends up slamming into the sidewall and rolling over. Is lucky he didn't get pushed off as well.
So only slightly tidier than last week's semi-final and the first race where we had a couple of drivers go off the track, but still they're going to have to tidy this up if they're going to make it through to the final.
Oh look, after last week I'm actually just impressed that 6 drivers made it all the way to the end on the first lap. But unfortunately we say goodbye to Dave Smith. A very sad early exit for Dave there.
And Kira Pierce with the top points coming into this round, starting how she means to continue in number 1 spot.
So the drivers rotate around, and of course with that missing driver now, the other drivers will just drop down into the next spot. Blackfish and Summer Heat out in the lead. Blackfish trying to get up the inside, almost made it. Summer Heat goes wide. Oh, there goes Blackfish up the inside. It's a super close finish there for second to third, and there's a bunch of other drivers running through. In fact, it looks like we might have had the whole field make it that time.
A real rookie area there from Summer Heat. She had the lead, but just left the door wide open coming out of Kahuna Corner, and 4 cars went ripping by. Nice work from Blackfish to take first place, but I'm not quite sure who came in second through 4.
It was definitely tight, so let's have another look. Blackfish leading through, then it's RB by the look of it, Barbed Wire, Kira Piz, Summer Heat, Burn Rubber, and finally Bringer of Death.
That certainly evens up the points quite a bit. It's going to be quite a battle to see who's going to be in the top 4 at the end of this.
Well, at least they tidied things up and all drivers made it to the finish line. So we go to race number 3. We've got Blackfish and RB in the front row this time.
These two battled hard for their spots to get here, but I'm also guessing there's no love lost between them.
Blackfish gets a nudge there from Summer Heat. Oh, Blackfish is over, RB is over. Someone looks like they've gone off the track, and it is absolute chaos out there.
Oh, and just after you said how nicely they'd done in that last race, they go and blow it. What a mess.
And that looks like the number 7 flame car of Barbed Wire off the track, and we've got Burn Rubber stalled out in KM Corner.
I believe Burn Rubber got brake checked by Bringer of Death going into KM Corner, but look at this. RB got a nudge from Barbed Wire, but he gets his own back really, because Barbed Wire ended up off the track. It looked like a combination of Summer Heat and Kira Pierce there, just knocking her off the track.
Yeah, you saw it when she landed. She kind of went wide onto the sidewall, then tried to recover and get back out. But it just didn't work, and she got absolutely smashed there. And unfortunately, where she finished up is considered the infield, not touching the track, and so she is out of the competition.
Kira Pierce just holding on to the lead now by 1 point over Summer Heat, but with 2 drivers down and only 3 races in.
As we head back up to the top of the canyon for race number 4, we've got RB in the white 75 car. Next to him is Bringer of Death in the red number 6.
You sure it's a 6, mate? The roof looks like a number 9.
Yeah, just look at the side of the car. Oh, and there goes Blackfish and RB drifting side by side. Bringer of Death rolls just over the jump. RB running down to the finish line just ahead of Summer Heat, then Blackfish and Kira Piz. And we're missing a couple of drivers. It looks like Burn Rubber's been stuck back behind Bringer of Death there.
I really think we should change his name to Bringer of DNF rather than Bringer of Death.
Well, Burn Rubber would probably agree with you on that one, mate.
But let's just jump back to the start here in Cane Corner. Check out this drift in the inside lane. Blackfish and Arby. We've never seen two cars drifting at the same time in the same lane around Cane Corner.
It was incredible that they managed to pull that off.
Then Bringer of Death there just rolled over, and unfortunately for Burn Rubber, he was the only one to get stuck in behind. Somehow Kira and the other drivers managed to clear him.
So as we go to the leaderboard, we've got a leader change. Summer Heat now moves into the number 1 spot by 2 points. Kira Piz holds on to second, and then we've got RB moving into third place.
Well, there's been tons of drama in action so far, but we need to pay some bills, so we're just going to take a very quick break to hear from our sponsor, and we'll be right back after this.
At Jim's, we love a good burnout because it means you've got to come and buy more tires from us. Jim's Rims, Tires and Body Shop. Give us your money. Welcome back, diecast fans. It's time for the second half of the semi-final number 2. Which of the remaining drivers are going to make it through to the actual final?
Or in fact, will anybody make it all the way through?
Based on last week, that's probably a fair call. We start again with RB and Bringer of Death in the front row based on the other drivers dropping out. RB trying to get into the lead, but there goes Bringer of Death. Can he hold on this time? He's spinning wildly. He's running down for the win. No, but he goes sideways. I think both drivers got past him, and there's a battle for 4th and 5th. And then Kira Piz comes in 6th.
Oh my goodness, what a ridiculous run there from Bringer of Death. He had it in the bag. Look at this. I mean, he was reversing down. He didn't need to turn around to cross the finish line. And definitely RB got past, but I think Blackfish might have slipped through as well.
Let's go to the overhead shot. So then we see RB getting through, and then Blackfish actually makes it through as well. Bringer of Death obviously celebrating too early.
And then what a battle there between Summer Heat and Burn Rubber, with Summer Heat just taking it.
And with that win, we've got another leader change. So RB now moves into the lead with 31 points, 1 point ahead of Summer Heat. Kira Piz drops back to 3rd on 26.
Now with Bringer of Death and Burn Rubber up in front, they really need to stack some points on the board, otherwise they're going to be eliminated.
Burn Rubber leading the pack out, Kira Piz right on his tail. Oh, bit of a argy-bargy there between RB and Bringer of Death. Bringer of Death out in the front again. He's spinning again, and Burn Rubber goes right by him. That was just ridiculous.
Oh my goodness, we talked about this last time. He's obviously celebrating way too early. He's just got to cross the finish line before he does anything else.
Can we just go back and have another look at that?
Oh, we totally have to. Check this out. He just comes around, gets his spin on, and Burn Rubber picks his line perfectly to rip through. But crikey, what a battle there for 3rd through 5th. We might need an overhead look at that one as well.
So Burn Rubber with a spectacular win, and the number 6 there only just crossing the line, and then it's very, very close between Summer Heat and Kira Piz, but Summer Heat just sneaks ahead.
RB still holds on to the lead with 37 points, Summer Heat 35. 3rd place is 30 points for Kira Piz. But there's going to be a real battle for that 4th spot. There's only 2 points dividing 3 cars, and only one of them is going to make it.
Burn Rubber in the front row next to him, Kira Piz. Burn is going to need those points from a front row start, but he's getting left behind by Kira Piz here. Kira with a commanding lead here. Burn Rubber gets overtaken by Summer Heat by the look of it. Kira Piz holds on to 1st place, but there's Bringer of Death chasing hard. He'll take 2nd, and we've got another close finish for the other cars.
Well, all except for Blackfish, who decided to stall out by the t-shirt sign.
Blackfish in serious trouble now. He drops to the bottom of the field as Bringer of Death moves up to 33 and Burn Rubber up to 29, and there's only one more race to go.
I do love it when we get down to a nail-biter like this, though, where you got 3 cars vying for one spot. Makes it awesome.
Burn Rubber with another front row start. He's got a chance here, but he's getting left behind by the whole field. Kira Piz and Summer Heat out very quick. Summer Heat tries to go up the inside, but falls over. Kira Piz will run down for an unopposed win there. Blackfish makes it around. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to get him through to the next round. Bringer of Death, Burn Rubber, and RB all stalled out behind Summer Heat.
Now, RB was our leader, so he's safe, but Burn Rubber could be in all sorts of trouble here. He really needed to cross the finish line, and preferably in 1st place if he was going to secure a position.
Now, this was a very ballsy move from Summer Heat here, trying to get up the inside of Kira Piz, but she handled it like an absolute champion. And then, unfortunately for Burn Rubber, he got stuck in behind Bringer of Death and stuck against the wall by Blackfish.
What an absolute corker of a performance from Kira Piz. She was points leader coming into this, and she goes out with another 50 points. Top of the table.
She definitely deserves that number 1 spot. Joining her in the final will be Summer Heat, RB, and finally Bringer of Death just squeaks through 1 point ahead of Blackfish.
Blackfish will be absolutely gutted about that. He was so close to getting through to the next round, but unfortunately just couldn't do it.
Yeah, but incredibly Bringer of Death actually managed to get himself back under control to get through.
Well, the way he started, I didn't think he was going anywhere apart from the tip.
Let's have a look at the 7 finalists. First up, we've got Bandit, then we've got Diesel Boy, Cliff McCrashin in the number 2 Cheese Car, Kira Piz, Bringer of Death, RB, and finally Summer Heat.
It's been a ton of fun so far with this series, and I'm expecting the final to be just as exciting.
Leave us a comment down below and let us know who you think is going to take out the Rookie Rumble. Alright, that's enough from us tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Tom Spanners Watson. He's Frank the Guru Gibbs. We look forward to seeing you next time.